All right, so we're looking at the weighted average cost of capital. All right, the definition. Okay, this is the overall cost of capital for a business. Okay, when we talk about cost of capital, just think of it as cost of financing. Okay, overall cost of financing, or it can be also defined as the minimum return required to be given to the providers of capital. Okay, or think of them the providers of financing. Okay, remember, colleagues, for a public limited company, okay, the ways it can raise money is either through selling shares, equity, or it can sell debt, which is debt. So there's equity financing, there is debt financing. Okay, or the company can use its retained earnings, meaning the profit that it keeps. It can use that profit to finance itself. Okay, but here usually we're going to focus on the equity financing and the debt financing. Those are the two main sources of financing for a company. Any questions before I move further? Okay, so as you can see, this is the formula for the weighted average cost of capital. So there are different components, and we're going to look at each of the components separately so that we get a better understanding of the weighted average cost of capital. Okay, you've got this VE. Okay, this VE is the market value of equity. Okay, market value of equity. Okay, this, just hold on, colleagues. So, okay, colleagues, just give me 3 minutes. There's just something I need to collect. So as in those 3 minutes, just hone in on these definitions, then that we can. Okay, colleagues, are we still there? Are we still there? Okay, so market value of equity. This is the value of a company's equity according to the stock market. Okay, it represents the current value of the company. Okay, that is the market value of equity. Okay, then apart from the market value of equity, you've also got the book value of equity. Okay, maybe I'll put it as BE here. Okay, the value of a company's equity according to the balance sheet. All right. Remember the accounting equation: assets equals liability plus capital. Now, since we're dealing with companies, so capital is called equity. Okay. So equity is the assets minus liabilities. Okay. So the book value of equity is according to the company's balance sheet. Okay. Now this one, it's a like a historical value. Okay. Compared to the market value, it's like the historical value. So usually when you're calculating weighted average cost of capital, most questions you'll be dealing with the market value of equity. Okay. Then we've got the market value of debt. Okay. This is the value of a company's debt according to the stock market. Okay. Remember, these companies, just the way shares are traded, even this debt is traded like that. Okay. It's just that the only difference is shares pay dividends, and dividends are not always guaranteed. Okay. Then debt, you get paid interest payments. You get your interest payments from debt. But the way both of them are treated is in a similar manner. And as you are going to see even with the formula which I will bring up. Okay. So book value of market value of debt. This is a value of a company's debt according to the stock market. So it's also current. Okay. It's, it's like the current value. Then you have the book value of debt. So I'll put it as BD here. Value of a company's debt according to the balance sheet. So these two, usually they're the first things that you need to calculate whenever you're dealing with what do you call this? Whenever you're dealing with questions with work. Okay, these will be the first things you need to calculate. Okay, they're represented here. This VE, VE plus VD. That's the market value of equity divided by the market value of equity plus market value of debt. Okay, these are the weightages in when we're saying the weighted average cost of capital, these are the weightages here. Okay, these in the fractions here, these are what the actual weightages which we're talking about. Okay, and these weightages can also give us the capital structure of the company. When I say capital structure, I just mean how much equity financing the company is using and how much debt financing the capital is using. That's the capital structure. Remember, one of the roles as a financial manager or the director of finance is you have to decide the capital structure for your company. Are we going to use more equity financing or are we going to use more debt financing? Okay. Or are we going to balance it out? Okay. So these market values we're talking about are what are going to represent the weightages. All right. So now, so today first we're going to focus on calculating these market values. Okay. So when we look at market value of equity, okay, to get the market value of equity, VE, it's the number of shares times the market price. Okay. The number of shares multiplied by what? The market price. So in a question, if they give you a number of shares and there's a market price, you just multiply those two, you get the market value of equity. Okay. Now, sometimes they won't give you the number of shares. You need to tabulate that by yourself. So the number of shares, where you get the number of shares, as your ordinary share capital. Colleagues, what is ordinary share capital? What's the definition of ordinary share capital? Or what is it? When we say ordinary share capital, what is ordinary share capital? In layman's words, if you are speaking to a layman and they ask you, what does ordinary share capital mean? What would you say? Eee, how many are doing accounting and finance here? Is no one doing accounting and finance? Okay, those who will be doing accounting and finance, these they are going to be dealing with these things, company accounts. Okay, company ordinary share. This is the money you've raised from selling shares. Okay, the money you've raised from selling shares. Okay, and we're okay with that. So you have your ordinary share capital divided by your par value. The par value, which is also called the nominal value, which is also called the face value. Sometimes it can also be the book value or the book value. Okay. For the shares per share. Okay. So just like on money, when you let's say you have like the 200 kwacha note, on that 200 kwacha note, there's a 200 printed there, right? That 200 is the par value, or that is the face value, or that is the nominal value. Okay, it's just the amount which is printed on whatever paper you are given, right? So should you hear par value, nominal value, book value, face value? That's no, that's the amount printed on the document. All right. Yes. So let us look at some examples. Okay. So here we have an extract from a balance sheet. All right. Sometimes they might give you questions like this. They'll give you an extract from a balance sheet. All right. We see here ordinary share capital 2,000 kwacha. Okay. Well, let's make it 2 million because usually companies they their ordinary share capital is bigger than 2,000. All right. And they tell us shares are being traded at 2 kwacha 15 kwe. Calculate the market value of equity. Right. So here we're going to use our formula. Market value of equity is the number of shares times the market price. Here we do not have the number of shares, so we need to use to get the number of shares, we need to get the ordinary share capital divided by the par value of the shares multiplied by the market price. Colleagues, where is the par value? Which one is the par value here? This one kwacha here. That's the par value or the book value per share or the nominal value per share. So we're going to say our ordinary share capital, which is 2 million, our par value is 1 kwacha and our market price is 2.5 kwacha. So 2 million divided by 1, it means we have 2 million shares. Okay, this company has 2 million shares. Each of them, the par value is 1 kwacha. Okay. So 2 million times 2.5, what do we get? 5 million kwacha. So that's the market value of equity. So according to the stock market, this company is worth 5 million. That's the worth of the equity. Equity, remember, just means the owner's stake in the company. Equity and capital, remember, it's what the business owes the owners. Okay. And as a shareholder, you are part owner of that company. Any questions? Okay. Let me just get some more examples so that you see how you calculate these things. Let me just. Okay. Have you seen, like, for example, for this company, all right, they've given you a balance sheet and they're telling you ordinary shares are currently quoted at 130 way each. Let's calculate the market value of equity for this one. Let's get our papers and pens. Let's try to calculate the market value of equity. So whenever you're seeing Ngwe, convert it into Kwacha. You tell me your answers. Yes, has anybody got the market value of equity? Yes, colleagues, market value of equity. 650,000. Okay. What about the others? Was that Mr. Ampasa? Okay, that's okay. Who is it? What about the others? How come only one person has got? Colleagues, in the exam, you won't have this luxury. Convert the ngwes to kwacha. Otherwise, your market value will be in ngwes. Just waiting for three answers, then we'll solve together. And I already have the answer with me, but I just want to show the answer there and again. What about the others? Madam Diana, what have you found? I'm going through everybody. Yes, Madam Diana, what have you found? Mr. Austin, Madam Evelyn. Mi- yes, so it was Mr. Maplanga who gave me that answer. Yes. Yes, Mr. Austin. Okay, I was asking, what value have you found for the market value of equity? Mr. Maplanga, as we are waiting for the others, you can also try this one here. Okay, try this one as we wait for the others. You'll see what value you get also. Yes, has anyone else got the market value of equity here? Remember, exams are approaching, so spoon feeding is not allowed. Hmm? Hello? Okay. Are you calculating though? I'm not speaking right now. I'm waiting for the answer for this question here, the market value of equity. Okay. I'm recording, so you'll be able to watch the video. Okay. So ordinary share capital here, 2,500,000. What is the book value of the shares? What is the par value? Mr. Maplanga, what's the par value? Yes, 0. Yes, 0.5 kwacha. All right. And then the market price, one kwacha 30 ngwe, right? All right. So 2.5 million divided by 0.5, that should be 5 million if I'm not mistaken. 5 million times 1.3, 6,500,000. 5 million times 1.3. Yes, 6,500,000. Colleagues, are we all okay with this? This is the market value of equity. Any questions? Any questions? All right, here's another example. This company has 11.8 million 50 Ngwe shares trading at 250 Ngwe each. What is the market value of equity? What is the market value of equity? What formula are we using? Because everyone has become quiet. Colleagues, are we lost on the calculations? Are we okay with the calculations? Mr. Mpass, are we okay with the second one? Are you able to calculate? Madam Evelyn, Madam Diana, this question here. If you are lost, you can still ask. You can tell me, I'm lost, I need help on this one. I can still help. Okay. Are we all okay with this question? Are we solving it? 'Has anyone even calculated? Mr. McLung, have you got the market value? Okay. Anybody else? Or are we all waiting for the answer? 59 million. Mm, okay. Here the number of shares has been given. The number of shares is 11.8 million shares. Okay. This is not the ordinary share capital. This is the number of shares. They said 11.8 million, 15 were shares. So here it's like a trick that they can get you with. So just use the number of shares multiplied by the market price. Now I have to switch to the first years, but before that, at least we need to finish this question here. That is correct. Um, 29,500,000, right? Yes. So here, market value of equity, VE, number of shares multiplied by the market price. Mhm. The 11,800,000 shares. Yes. Can you mute your mic, sir? Just mute your mic. They're trading at 250 ngwe. So 250 ngwe, to convert it to kwacha, divided by 100, 2.5. So 11,800,000 times 2.5, you get 29,500,000. That is your market value of equity. Yes.